All right, forward thinkers, welcome to this video blog. This is Rick Mejia, and today we're going to talk about the benefits of vitamin B12 and why is it that injectables and IVs have become such a popular alternative approach. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some key points that are going to give you a lot of good information, and then from there you will understand a little bit more of how vitamin B12 and how injectables pretty much work. Okay, beautiful. So vitamin shots overall, guys. So vitamins are just the organic compounds and nutrients that your body needs to function. It is essential. And something that's essential means your body does not produce it. It must get it through nutrition or supplementation. Now, what happens if you're not healthy, or if your body is going through a lot of inflammation, the gut is not balanced, you have something called malabsorption. And what happens at that point is you don't absorb these vitamins. It doesn't, they call it the intrinsic factor. It just doesn't happen. So when you start to become deficient, you start to manifest all these different problems in your body. Okay? And one of them that we talked about often is weight gain. Because if you do not have, let's say, your B complex or your vitamin B12, you don't process foods as effectively. You don't generate energy as effective. You do not create that chemical reaction necessary for your body to be optimal. So your metabolism and your energy production gets compromised. Okay? So to give you an example of that, we have what we call here the Krebs cycle. Now the Krebs cycle is how you break foods down. And one of the most important things that you see here is all these essential nutrients that you are needed to create the right chemical reaction for your body to produce ATP, which is cellular energy. And if you do not have your vitamin Bs or your B12, that process in breaking foods down into energy gets slowed down. If something gets slowed down, it's no good, because then you're going to start putting on weight. Things become more difficult. Okay? Now, the reason injectables and IVs have become so popular is because it is more bioavailable. When you take a supplement and you have to go through the gut, it has to go through the process of the gut, it can absorb maybe 5 to 15%. And if you have a gut that's not balanced, you pretty much dump it out. Your body doesn't bind it. So that's a bigger problem. So when you do it through a modality like IV or injectable, well, guess what? Your body gets to absorb it much faster. Your body gets it in a 80 to 90% or even higher. So that way you can allow the body to have a little bit more support. So just think about little soldiers that are going in there to fight for you, to work for you, so you can actually have the cellular expression necessary to feel better. Now, let's put this also in perspective. If you take a vitamin B12 shot, is that going to change everything? Absolutely not. If you have a broken ankle, does that mean that you put something to heal it, you can go run a marathon right away? No, there's got to be a healing process. There's got to be a lifestyle change that's got to be made. But it definitely gives you a little edge. It gives you a little bit more of an advantage. Okay? Because if your body is balanced and your body has those essential nutrients, then your body's going to be able to respond much better. And this is also true, guys. This is not just true on your vitamin B12. This is also true on your vitamin D. This is true on your vitamin C. This is true on all your B1s, B2, B3, B4. This is true on everything. Okay? Most individuals are deficient on some type of micronutrient, and that causes your body to basically be suppressed. If you're not expressing your genes, you're suppressing your genes, and that causes a lot of issues. So a lot of the main things we do here in our center is when someone is joining one of our programs, one of the main things that we like to do is we like to check a baseline. And with this baseline, we get to see about 50 different biomarkers that let us know what is your inflammation, what is your insulin response, what is your vitamin levels, where are they, and then from there, as we make that assessment, any protocol that we push you through, it is more precise, it is more detailed, because we know exactly what is it that is causing damage to you, what is dominating you, what is deficient, and it just gives us a better roadmap to be able to help you get to where you need to get. Okay? So you know, I see online a lot of times people saying, oh, these injections, they're going to kill you, or these injections are really bad for you. That's not true, guys. You know, as we evolved, as technology has evolved, information has evolved, we just found better ways to do things. And when we have centers like Forward Thinking, that we have the medical staff, we have all the credentials, the compliance, we have the right protocols, we can help you get better results through that. And of course, everybody that goes through a process will be able to see, you know, deal with our providers, which is essentially a better way to do things. So, you know, when you think about vitamin B12, that's just one thing. But again, guys, you are a chemical being. So if you're deficient in vitamin B12, you're gonna manifest things. If you're low in vitamin D, you're gonna manifest things. If you have deficiencies in certain hormones, you're gonna manifest things. And if you start being deficient in all these things, your aging process, your ability to recover and repair, your ability to lose weight, your ability to feel good is going to be compromised. So from our forward thinking approach is be rational, be logical, and take the right steps, okay? And one of them is, obviously, instead of you figuring out all this chaos, you can definitely come to an advanced center that can basically give you that right roadmap. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. Vitamin B12, it's essential. You don't get it through foods. I mean, you don't produce it. You must get it through foods or supplementation. And like I said, we actually have other combinations that are even more powerful. Like this is just vitamin B12. We have something called the Slim Plus, which plays a specific role here in burning fat. You know, you have things like carnitine, you have things like CoQ10, you have things like vitamin B6, which produce all these chemical reactions that allow beta-hydroxybutyrate to be created, acetate, and all these things mobilize fat. All these things create energy through fat. The problem is a lot of you are creating a lot of energy through your glucose and glycogen, so you're never going to tap into your fat. So that will be another video for another day, guys. But if you go into our website, you check out that information. We also have an online deal that we're offering for 2020. Will be super beneficial for some of you that are trying to reach that goal of getting healthier, happier, more mobile, and just having a better balance in your body. Okay? So thank you guys for watching this video blog. And we're going to try to do one every single week, just talking about different topics. And of course, if you have a question or a concern or some comment, leave it below, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you. Okay?